What's going on, everyone? Today we are doing something a little bit different. Right here in front of me, I have two packages that I ordered from Temu. I'm sure you've all seen the ads of them advertising crazy deals at really low prices. After seeing them for a while, I got curious and decided to place an order. Right here, I have about 140 bucks of various technology. So join me as I unbox these, and together we can see if this is actually good stuff for cheap prices or just cheap low-end products. All right, so I went ahead and took everything out of the box. I did receive everything that I ordered, and so far everything looks pretty legit based on the packaging. So I have a phone charger slash LED light thing. I have an SSD drive, a Bluetooth speaker, a power bank, and quite a few different USB cables as well. So I'll go ahead and go through all of these one by one so we can see what everything is and then see how the quality is as well. So first up, we have the G63 Smart Light Sound Machine. Can't really see it because they stuck this big sticker on here and it's not really easy to remove either. But basically, that's what it looks like. My wife's name is Gloria, and I've seen ads for these quite a few times, so I thought this would be the perfect thing for her to put on her desk. So going through some of the features this has wireless fast charging, 16 million different colors for the LEDs, sunrise simulation wake up light, phone connection, alarm clock, sound machine, and natural sleep aid sound machine. And I believe this is also a Bluetooth speaker as well. I wouldn't count on it sounding that great, but overall, lots of stuff built into one small thing. Looking at my receipt, this only costed $13.99, which is quite a steal for something like this. I'm sure if you order this on Amazon, it'll probably be about 30 bucks. They have this model, then they also have a much larger one. As I said, this will be going on her desk, so I decided to go with the smaller one that they have. So let me go ahead and open this up, and hopefully it looks as good as the picture does. So taking a look inside the box, you have the unit itself. You have the charging cable, which is a USB-C cable. A lot of these units have older, cheap micro USB connections, so good to see that it has the newer USB-C. So let me go ahead and get this plugged in. You're supposed to plug it in a wall or a computer, but I'm gonna go ahead and plug it in a power bank. I should have just opened this first so we could plug it into this one, but for now, I'll just plug it into another power bank that I have. Okay, so I stand corrected. I did not expect this, but this actually has a built-in battery. As you can see, does not need to be plugged in. So this is basically a portable or alarm clock slash portable power bank that also has a wireless charging pad as well. For 14 bucks, that's a crazy deal. All right, so I couldn't get the phone charger to work, but it turns out for the phone charger function, it does need to be plugged in. So it's basically pass-through charging. But even so, just to have the speaker and the light and the built-in battery, that's definitely really cool. So as you can see, the wireless phone charger does work. Let's go ahead and cycle through these. Actually, a pretty bright light as well. Let me go ahead and turn off my studio lights here so you can see how bright this is. For 14 bucks. I know I keep saying the price over and over, but this is just so surprising to get for $14. I would gladly pay about 30 to 35 bucks for this. This is definitely a great quality item here. I'm mad they don't have one of these with the letter E. I definitely would have bought one for myself as well. Next up, I have the Romos 20,000 milliamp power bank. This one costed me, I think, about 25 bucks. Not that great of a deal, but still a pretty good price. So this one got 5 amps of charging, two-way fast charging, 3 inputs and 3 outputs, and then it has 20 watts of fast charging. And then if you want to see more specifications for this power bank, here they all are as well. All right, so inside the box you have the power bank, and then you also get your charging cable, which is a USB-C to USB-A cable. This is definitely one of the bigger power banks that I've seen. It is a 20,000 milliamp power bank, so with this size, I'm assuming it should be true to its rating. And as you can see right down here, it does say that it's actually a 20,000 milliamp power bank. Whole bunch of ports on top, and I guess that has to do with the size as well. Usually most power banks only got 1 or 2, but as you can see, this has a micro USB, a lightning port, USB-C, and then 2 USB-As. So with 20,000 milliamps, you should be able to charge a few devices and it'll still hold up and have a good amount of battery. So let's go ahead and test this out with the several USB-C cables that I got as well. These were all extremely cheap. Typically, if you buy USB-C cables on Amazon, they go anywhere from like 8 to 20 bucks each, and that's just for like the basic, slow, regular charging USB-C cables. But these are all 100 watt and 240 watt cables. So this one here is a 100 watt USB-C to USB-C cable. This is a 1-foot cable, which I love having to use with power banks like this. And this cable only costed me $2.49. So let me go ahead and open this up. For $2.50, this definitely feels like a good cable. A little hard to get this on camera, but as you can see, it does have a nice braided outside on it. Overall, feels like a good quality little cable. I'm sure it'll have no problems charging, but let's go ahead and make sure it works. There we go, working no problem at all. Then I think I also have another 1-foot cable, and this one is a 240 watt cable. Most random regular cables that you get from Amazon are usually only 60 watts, so even though they're really cheap, these are better than most regular cables. And this one here, the 240 watts, this one I paid $4 for. As you can see, very similar looking cables, but this one is thicker. I could feel it a lot more rigid. Still very flexible and easy to move, but it just feels like a more substantial cable. And as you can see here, it does say 100 watts and 240 watts right there in the cable. Let's go ahead and make sure this one works as well. There we go, working no problem as well. All right, so I got these out of the packaging. Right here, these are both 240 watt cables as well. This one is a 3.3 foot cable, and this is a 6-foot cable. This costed $4.50, and this one was $6. Again, definitely much cheaper than anything you can get from Amazon. I ordered a few just to see how the quality was. I don't think I'm gonna be ordering any cables from Amazon anymore. I'm just gonna order them from Temu and stock up on these because these are really good cables for the price. Totally forgot about the power bank, but assuming it holds up, definitely a good deal on that as well. Next up, we have the portable SSD drive from Kodak. I had no idea Kodak made SSD drives. Opening up the box, this is what the drive looks like. Looks pretty legit so far. Very compact drives. This must be a NVMe drive inside here. Right down here says that this is a 256 gigabyte drive. So based on the looks, I don't think we'll have any issues, but let's go ahead and plug in the computer just to make sure. All right, so I got the drive connected to my computer and did not have any issues. It showed up as a 256 gigabyte drive, and I wrote a little more than 200 gigabytes on it, which is more than enough to show that they're not lying about the capacity. If you want to see the speeds, here they are. Not the fastest drive out there, but that's nothing to do with Temu and more with Kodak. But for the price I paid for it, which was $35, definitely a nice little drive. Last but not least, we have a portable Bluetooth speaker. This is the Z-Lot S56. This one costed me $45, and this is a 40 watt speaker. So if this checks out and sounds good, this is definitely going to be a great value. In comparison, something like the JBL Charge is about 20 watts. And as you all know, that costs a little more than $100. So definitely looking forward to trying this one out. Before we dive into the specs, I got this speaker specifically because I have another speaker from Z-Lot in the past that worked very well for the price. So I decided to stick to what I know and just get another brand that I already trust. So opening up the box, this is what the speaker looks like. And besides the speaker, you also get the user manual and an auxiliary cable. Surprisingly, there's no charging cable, but I guess that's okay since I already have a million of them. Picking up the speaker, it's not too heavy, but it does have a good heft to it. Coming around side, you have 2 passive radiators, and it looks like you should have LEDs right here as well. Coming around back, you have a waterproof flap, and inside of this, you have a USB port, SD card slot, USB-C charging port, and an auxiliary port. All right, I got the speaker connected to my phone, so let's go ahead and see how this sounds. Right now, I have this set to about 85% volume. Overall, definitely a great sounding speaker. If I had the choice to go with a JBL Flip or this one, hands down, I am not even considering the JBL Flip. this is so much better at a fraction of the price. I would even get this over the JBL Charge, as it sounds very comparable. And again, much, much cheaper. Definitely a great speaker for the 45 bucks that I paid for it. Overall, I am definitely happy with the quality of everything here, and it's all priced much better than any other website as well. All in all, I would definitely recommend checking out Temu, and I also put a promo code in the description for additional savings as well. Alright, well that about wraps up this video. As usual, if you have any questions at all, feel free to drop me a comment and let me know. Otherwise, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time.